Yes, what is good, my people? Oh my God. Let's try that again. Yes, what is good, my people? There we go. Welcome back to Computer Music Academy's weekly homework podcast. I am your host, Tosh Irasay. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. Welcome to week 149 of the weekly homework assignment / podcast. Shout out to the man, Dunsworth, for that intro. This is the last week we're using it. Moving on to something else next week. Many thanks for that, my man. Shout out to the chat room, still in here with us tonight. If you did not catch 148, I'm going to advise that you go back and check it out. But we had a little situation last week where I had to cancel the show or postpone it, and we are actually doing 2 shows in one night. So we took a little break. We're back for the second podcast of tonight. Shout out to everybody that rocked with us in the first one and everybody that's still hanging with us in the second. Let us get some shouts out right now. Shout out to my man Stolen Drums. He's on live right now. I got to check him out. I normally check him out after we do the show, but I got to do this show since we're doing doubleheader. Shout out to No One You Know, Gemini 4D, RTO Beats, Dixie Freely, Mike Notes, Quentin Barrett, QB, my wife Samaya, DJ Lockturnal, Mental, Miss Sarah, Dunsworth, Indre 77, Miss Lena, J Pass, and Miss Tiffany. And I know I just saw my man PMC step in the building. Thank y'all for coming through. Thank y'all for hanging around. How about that? We're here. We're doing a second show, and I'm hyped. With the exception of my voice, because I kind of caught a cold while I was down with the injury. With the exception of my voice, I actually feel very good. So I'm going to make sure I hold on to the rest of my voice, what I do have left for the rest of the show. What are we doing? Well, week 149. And here we go. 2016 has sucked. 2016 has been an absolutely horrible year in many different aspects. There's one that just happened recently that I'm not going to talk about, but it's going to carry on for the next 4 years, and that sucks just as much as what I'm getting ready to announce. So, how we actually began this year, even before this year began, in December of 2015, we started losing all kinds of legends in entertainment. And a lot of us are musicians that came up listening to these people. Of course, we lost, scientists, and we lost literary people, and we lost actors. But we're going to focus on the musicians, the composers, the producers that we actually lost this year. And there is a long list of names that we lost. A lot of people that we really appreciate. And I wanted to find a way to actually show appreciation to those people that we did lose this year. So this is a tribute to the legends in this particular episode. And the assignment was pick someone between December 2015 and November 2016 who passed and make a tribute to them. be it using some of their music in a new creation or doing something organic, something original, and hopefully, or doing something organic in their style. And hopefully it's something that they would really appreciate. That's the whole premise of this particular assignment. And we have 11 submissions. I'm very happy about that. I wanted to get a nice amount of people to participate in this one because there's a lot of people, man, that we need to show some love to, for real. So let's kick things off with my man representing St. Paul. Is that St. Paul? Oh, St. Charles. Missouri. My man, Wappa Chopper. Yes, sir. Wappa Chopper. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And actually, Wallace just typed it. That was 3-2, the governor out of Houston. And is it county or country music producer Leon Russell? 3-2 was shot violently in Houston, Texas last week. And I felt the song lyrics from Leon Russell, who died. I felt the song lyrics. Yeah, I felt the song lyrics from Leon Russell, who died 2 weeks ago, fit perfectly. My man, very, very nice. I love the bounce on that joint. The bounce on that joint was so dope. That's definitely some old down south, and it was perfect. It had a nice dirtiness to it. You know, like with, you know, like trap or crunk or however, you know, music that's made nowadays, it's really clean. And there's nothing wrong with that. This has some nice dirt to it, and I really appreciate the dirt. Like it was like, you know, downsampled or filtered a little bit or EQ'd. However, it sounded very dirty, and I really appreciate that. The bounce was killing it. Verse was on point. Everything was really nice about this one. My man, way to go, Chop. My man. And shout out to Chop, man. He's only been with us a month now, and he only missed, I think, 1 week, which was last week. So yeah, shout out to my man. He's putting in major work. He's doing his thing. Shout out to you, my man. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's go check out this guy right here. The gentleman from Sweden who debuted last week, my man, XZ Beats.
break it down. It in my down, break it down. It in my down, break it down. It in my down, break it down. It in my break it down, break it down, 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 break it down. Break it down, break it down, 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 break it down. Break it down, break it down, 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 break it down. Break it down, break it down, down, break it down, break it down, 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 break it down, down.
XZ! This cat is dope. And let me make a very quick correction. I said Sweden. He's from Switzerland. Zurich, to be exact. So my apologies on that. But XZ, good lord, dude. 2 weeks in a row just banging out. This was dope. And if you didn't know who that was, come on, man. That was probably the one that hurt the most this year, was this guy right here. I decided to do a Prince tribute since my father and grandfather nearly have a record. What do you say? Nearly have record of him. Live shows, bootlegs included. That makes over 500 records. So I had a lot of stuff to go through. This wasn't an easy task to do, but eventually I got the songs I looked for. The first one was Shh from a concert in 1982. I forgot where. And the second one was from Baby, from his first studio album, For You. I put some drums, layered Jackson 5 drums. Oh, wow. Under 2 samples, and it came out pretty nicely. Rest in peace, Prince. Hope you enjoy. Yeah, so the chat room approves. Approval. Yeah, I like that. What was funny, I'm listening to the intro, well, I just say the first part, and he actually had that break it down. He had that part in there, and it sounded very similar to Gemini 4D's Prince flip that he did a few weeks back. I think it was for Do What You Like, if I'm not mistaken. Sounded very similar to that. But I like the way he did with this as far as having, man, just having the different Prince stuff going on. 2 different sides of the song, so to speak. 2 different sections. But he had multiple chops, the drums, and then he said he layered some Jackson 5 drums in there. Oh my God, that was very, very dope. So yeah, we are international again. We've had people from overseas, but he's the first in a couple of years. Shout out to Zurich. Shout out to my man, XZ Beats. Way to go, my man. On a roll. Keep it going. Thank you, sir. All right, let's come back over to the States. Head over to the DMV, but originally from Philadelphia, my man, the many faces of Mental, the God. Mental to God doing his thing for 149. Shout out for him doing this particular person, because this is who actually inspired the assignment. It was literally a couple of days before. He took on Sharon Jones. Shout out to her of the Dap Kings. Good Lord, man. That woman was out. You know how people say people are ahead of their time? She was out of her time, because she is like a 50s, 60s singer, but in the 2010s. You know what I'm saying? And she was incredible. Her voice was so beautiful. And she had the Dap Kings backing her up with the music. And it was just that old throwback, man. It was so dope. Shout out to Miss Sharon, man. We miss you already. Trust that. But Sharon Jones flipped in the mindset of the Luke Cage soundtrack. I need in on that ASAP. Very, very nice job, my man. Yo, the drums in this joint, the way they were sequenced, they had a decent little, feel to them. But the way they sound, it was just boom, pop, boom. It's just that old boom bap, man. That's what I love, freaking boom bap. And this fit sampling, the Sharon Jones type stuff, even though it's more current, but it sounds like it's from the 50s and 60s, man. So dope, man. To way to kill this, man. And again, shout out for him just releasing his project last week. The many faces or many sides of mental. I'm remembering off the top of my head now. But this on Mental to God. Mental, DAGOD.bandcamp.com. Go support CMA peoples, please. That was dope, Mental. Way to freaking go, dude. Thank you. All right. So, last week's episode, this gentleman said that he didn't really care for his submission that week, but that this one was way better. Well, now it's time to find out. Bring it back up to Metro Detroit. Holla at my dude. No one you know. Yes, sir. Yes, 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 and more yes. No one, you know. Now, first of all, that was dope. Before anybody gets confused, like, wait a minute, did Anita Baker die? No, she did not. At least not that we know of, and hopefully we don't curse it. Don't need that. Where no one was going, I absolutely admire and I appreciate what he did and why he did it, because I agree with him. This was an interesting assignment. It took a minute to figure out who I wanted to choose. Then I ran across Rod Temperton. And if you don't know who Rod Temperton is, good Lord, what is wrong with you? Please correct that right away. I mean, some of the greatest songs, R&B, jazz, if I'm not mistaken, some pop stuff. This dude has been behind it all. As a producer, as a songwriter, everything. I mean, come on, dude. Michael Jackson's first two albums were at least Off the Wall and Thriller. Rod Temperton and Quincy Jones. There it is. So anyhow, Rod Temperton, by the looks of him, I could not guess he wrote some of my favorite songs. Rodney Lynn Rod Temperton, October 9th, 1949 to October 2016, was an English songwriter, record producer, and musician. He initially made his mark as a keyboardist and main songwriter in the 1970s R&B, funk, and disco band Heatwave. Hello, Always and Forever. Boogie Nights. What's the other one? There's so many hits they got. Whose songs included Boogie Nights, Always and Forever. He also wrote our homegirl Anita Baker Mystery, one of my favorite all-time songs. Same here, dude. I freaking love that song, and I love Anita Baker. Excellent choice. I love that about Rod Temperton, man. He's another one. He has crafted so many great pieces of work. It's insane. I mean, seriously, he had his hand on all of that stuff. Crazy. But dude, I really like what you got going on here. I do. This dude, and he did this in, I want to say that was the electronic music joint where he had the toms. And I was like, yo, bring the toms back. He brought the toms back. My man. He brought them back. But the way he used them joints, and it was nice. And I like that it was going through most of the song, but he knew when to take it out for like a dramatic effect or just to let the song breathe a little bit. Excellent use with that. Using the Anita Baker sample and just chopping that and different parts of it. Very, very nice, my man. Drums and the other instruments that you use, bass line and whatnot, sequencing and putting everything together. My man, you are really handling some business right now. Major, major props to you, my man. Thank you, no one, for that selection, that song, all of that. Way to go, my man. Thank you. All right, let's go holler at this dude. Been killing it as of late. Mike Notes.
negative.
Everything on so deep, deep. Everything on so deep, deep. Everything on, everything on, everything on so deep, deep. Everything on, everything on, everything on so deep, deep. Everything on, everything on, everything on so deep, deep. You hear me? Everything on so deep. You hear me? Everything on so deep. You hear me?
Woo! Man. Notes. I don't know what you're doing, bro. Keep doing it. Please. Please, please, please. Get my Eddie Murphy on. Please, please. So if you didn't pick up on it, that was, as he says, the great Prince Rogers Nelson. June 7, 1958 to April 21st, 2016. Oh my God. I remember that day. I'm going to remember it for the rest of my life, dude, because that killed me that day. Well, not actually. But, you know, I'm a big wrestling fan, and China, Joni Lara, she passed in the early morning, and I was dealing with that. But then in the afternoon, I think it might have been about 11 or 12, that happened. And I was actually on the phone with somebody, and I just happened to see it. And I lost it, man. I was hurt for some days. Like, I really couldn't function. I couldn't listen to music. I couldn't create anything. It's just like, it's Prince, dog. We came up with Michael Jackson and Prince. Two sides of the spectrum, but they gave the world some of the best music we have ever experienced. And when we already lost, here's something crazy about Michael Jackson. And my wife is watching with us right now. Michael Jackson died on the exact same day that we got approved for this house that I'm staying in right now, that we bought this house. We got approved in the morning, and in the afternoon, Michael Jackson died. So we already got Michael out the picture, and then Prince, several years later, he dies. And it's just same circumstances, overdosing of whatever. It really hurt. But, oh, he didn't give any other details on the song. Doug, notes. The drums, I don't know where you got them drums, Doug, but go back. Go back often. Those drums are absolutely nasty, nice and crispy. Oh my God. And then the way he actually flipped the sample. Woo! Good Lord, man. Very, very nice usage of that song. And the song he used was Somewhere Here on Earth. Very, very dope notes. Way to go. Excellent tribute, my man. Very, very nice. Hey, quick shout out to, I saw a couple of people check in that wasn't with us when we first started. Shout out to Woo Child. He's back in here with us. Shout out to you, my man. Agent Smith is up in here right now. Shout out to you. And I think I shouted out everybody else in the beginning. But we'll definitely get them towards the end. So thank y'all for hanging with us, especially on this doubleheader tonight. All right, let's keep it going. Let's go on ahead down south and holler at this guy right here. My man, DJ D-Man. D-Man is on fire. This dude is clowning right now. He doesn't say it, but I'm actually going to assume and I'll put a stamp on that and say, yes, I think that's what it is. This had to be completely organic. And the only thing he said in his notes is, in my mind, I can hear the purple one. This has to be a completely organic track. I love this. Absolutely love this. This dude had Lynn drums in there. Come on, man. He got the Lynn drums popping. He had that. The toms were popping in there. Then he had the nice, I guess that was like a pad or definitely some type of synth that was just going up and down. And then you kind of had like, oh, in there. This was stupid. The bass, though. Oh, my God. Talk about 80s Prince, yo. That is exactly what is going on here. D-Man. Woo. He'll say it is indeed. He used most of the stuff from the motif. My man. Good Lord. That was dope, yo. D-Man is spreading his wings. He's starting to expand. He's starting to experiment more. I love it. That's what it's all about, man. Thank you, D-Man. Woo. That was dope, yo. Very, very dope. All right, let's keep it going. I want to holler at this dude right here. See what he's talking about. My man, J-Pass.
Soul. I'm coming rugged with the Lyndon Bully type of slang. Like you got to do this from your heart, meaning your inner soul. You got to do this from your heart, meaning your inner soul. I'm coming rugged with the Lyndon Bully type of slang.
Cat showing up and showing out on this one. Good Lord. J-Pass, my man. Woo. First of all, let me talk about this dude. Let me talk a little crap about him real quick. So a couple weeks back, it was probably 146 or 147. Probably 147. And I was just explaining how I admired his style and, that we have, a couple different types of people at CMA. We got people like myself and so many others who are like sample-based people, but we, can also do some organic stuff, but we're not classically trained. And I said that, yeah, he's classically trained and you can tell. So in the chat, this dude said, no, I'm not classically trained. That makes us hate you even more. You're not classically trained and you're playing like this. The hell with you. Anyhow, that was for Phife Dawg, my man. It was a battle between him and Kashif Tomahuki, who he wanted to pick. But I ultimately decided to go with a member of my favorite hip-hop group of all time. Plus, he's from Queens like me, so I had to go with the hometown. I hope he would appreciate this track. Man, look, dude, that track should have been on this album that they just released. That's how dope that joint sound. That's how on point it is with A Tribe Called Quest, and even Phife on his solo stuff. Even though, one thing I always appreciated about Phife, and I don't think it was like a Napoleon complex or anything, but by him being a smaller dude, he was the more street dude out of Tribe Called Quest. He was the more rugged that would probably throw some bowls on you real quick. I love that because he was the same way in his rhymes. He was like rugged. He would just talk all kind of crap. Absolutely love that about Phife. And Phife was my favorite member. I love Tip, but Phife was my dude. So that really hurt my feelings when I woke up that day when he died. I think it was in top of February, end of January. It's in February sometime. But anyhow, I woke up that day and I went to use the bathroom. And, as I normally do, try to decide, am I up for the day? And I checked my phone and I saw it posted on Facebook, I think it was. And I'm like, oh, hell no, I'm not ready for this day. I went and laid back down, hoping it was a dream. And when I woke back up, it was just like, oh, not Phife, dog. So shout out to Phife, man. That dude was so dope. And I'm so glad that he actually got a chance to be on this last album. He was on, a good 4 or 5 songs, if I'm not mistaken. And the album is dope. But man, I could really use some more Phife. And I just got word the other day that he does have another solo album coming in February, I think. So I'm really eager to hear that. But back to reality with WHA 149. J-Pass, I freaking hate you. Thank you. Way to go, my man. Way to go. All right, let's go over to the Midwest and holler at this dude, my man, Dixie Freely. Once again, I gotta call out this dude's mixes. The mixes are on point, and Wappa Choppa just talked about it in the chat too. Dude, this dude's sonically, his songs, absolutely insane, my man. Good Lord, that was nice, very nice, and I got major love for him for who he picked. They said, I hope things are looking up for you health-wise. They are, thank you. Here's my submission for the week. I decided to pay homage to Prince B of PM Dawn. Shout out to him. We lost him back in June. This joint is still organic with exception to the vocal chops. Peace. That's very, very dope, man. Excellent person to pick. PM Dawn, I remember when they first came out. With the was it Set Adrift of Memory Bliss? They used the I love that joint. I love the original, but then I love what they did with it too. And it was something different at the time when it came out because you had, you know, the East Coast boom bap, kind of grimy, grungy kind of stuff. You had the West Coast, you know, gangster rap coming up at that point. You had a little bit of stuff coming from the South at that time. And they came with something entirely different. That was a brave, bold move. And they caught a lot of flack for that. But I think they ended up gaining a lot of people's respect over the years. And dude, they made some really dope music, man. So what was really cool about this particular submission is around the, I guess that's around like the 110, it breaks down. And it has this part where it's you know, some keys playing and it's slowly fading back in. It really reminded me of the song that they did for Boomerang, Die Without You. It kind of reminded me of that, especially with the snaps in there. Oh my God. Dixie, way to go. That was really dope, dude. Very, very dope. Very dope selection. Thank you for that, dude. All right, let's head over to the West Coast. Let's see what this guy is doing this week. My man, Gemini 4D. Gemini 4D. Man, look. Dog. That was so West, it was ridiculous. But it had a nice little East Coast accent in there. And it's perfect for who he picked. He imagined this would be a collaboration track of Phife and Snoop Dogg. That is insane. Very, very dope concept. Gemini. I made this with Fife in mind. This track was created for Fife and Snoop. I call it Fife Westbound. Man, look. Dog, I wish Fife was still here. I would love to hear him over this. And then to have Snoop like on the hook. Snoop is dope on hook. Snoop is dope rhyming. But if you just had Snoop on this hook and Malik just doing 2 or 3 verses, stupid. Oh my God, this would be absolutely nuts, man. Great, great concept, Gemini. Way to go, dog. I wish we could have seen that. What I would like to do, if you're willing to put the time, man, dude, dig up some of that dude's acapellas, man. For real. Dig up some of his acapellas and see if you can fit it over that track. I think that would be nasty. Oh my God. Thank you, Gemini. Woo. Woo-hoo-hoo. My man. All right. Let's do it like this. We're going to come back up to Detroit now and holler at the professor, Mr. Wallace.
Look at Wallace play. Wallace!
Double negative.
Wow, Mr. Wallace. Good Lord. That was a heater. Jeez, oh Pete. God. Yo, he says, I challenged myself for this one by looking for something different than most. I appreciate how doing the assignments exposes me to music that I didn't know about and can appreciate. I hadn't done a rock-inspired joint in a minute and decided to honor Paul Kantner, guitarist and lead singer of Jefferson Airplane. Wow, that's dope. This joint samples The Other Side of Life, live from the Fillmore 10/16/1966, which is the concert where the other and more popular lead singer of Jefferson Airplane, Grace Slick, made her debut. This was stupid, Wallace. Good Lord. And I've said it before. I like the way Wallace can go anywhere. He can do damn near anything, but he always has his flavor to it. It's all, it's a Wallace track because you listen for a couple of things. And I love that he doesn't do it in every track, but he has things that he varies and what's the word? Yeah, he varies them. Sometimes he does this, sometimes he does that. So he alternates certain things that's particularly his flavor. This was dope right here, dog. I love everything about this, and I need to go listen to this song and this album now because I like 60s and 70s rock, man. Oh my God, it's crazy. But yo, this track right here, Wallace. Again, this dude with the soundscapes and the compositions, the way he has so much stuff going on in that 2.5 minutes, it doesn't feel like it's that long. Or I should say, no, it doesn't feel like it's that short. I'll say that because he has so much stuff going on. But intro into the main part, into this part, into that part, and it just keeps flowing. It sounds great. And the whole time, you just like this. Oh, this is stupid. Wallace, high quality, dude. Way to kill it as usual. Good Lord, my man. That was stupid. Very stupid. All right, we're here. Getting ready to shut down episode 149. This guy, DJ Lockturnal. DJ Lockturnal closing out episode 149 of the weekly homework assignment / podcast. This guy. So if you didn't pick up on the vibe, and I think the vibe was very, very fitting, he went after he did another tribute to Prince B of PM Dawn. And then had some of the vocals. I don't know if that was his vocals. It sounded like that would be him, or maybe Locke actually did those himself. But that definitely sounds very reminiscent of some of the vocals he's used in his tracks over the years of him singing. Very, very dope, Locke. Good Lord, man. And he got that kind of poppy, it's still hip hop, but it's poppy and it has a little bit of R&B blended in. They did that very well. They were very, very good with that, man. Very dope here, Locke. I love the synth work. I love the solo that you actually had in there, and other parts where you're just playing different things and just bringing the track out, making it just pretty stupid. Something is wrong with Locke, man. Somebody go check that dude's temperature. But Locke, thank you for that, my man. That was dope. And thank you to everyone that participated this week. DJ Lockturnal, Mr. Wallace, Gemini 4D, Dixie Freely, J Paz, DJ D-Man, Mike Notes, No One You Know, Mental to God, XZ Beats, and Wappa Chopper. Thank y'all for contributing to this week and actually paying tribute to all of these very talented people that we lost this year. And to those people, thank you for your contribution. Thank you for your entertainment and inspiration and everything that you have left us here on earth. Thank you. God bless you. Rest in peace. Man, we made it. 2 shows, 1 night. How y'all feeling? Everybody good? I'm good. I'm feeling good, but I'm ready to close this joint out. So, let's get some shouts out up in here, man. Let's talk to the people. Show some appreciation. Let's do it. DJ D-Man, Dixie Freely, RTO Beats, No One You Know, Jake Bishop, AS, Agent Smith. Hey, man, when are you going to participate, dude? Come on now. What is this, like 3 weeks now? Come on, dude. It's time. Let's go. DJ Lockturnal, my wife Samaya, Mental, Wappa Choppa, Indre, Dunsworth, where the hell are you? Why are we 2 weeks we haven't seen him, or has it been 3? Come on, man. Thank you for the intro, though. Miss Sarah, Miss Tiffany, Alfredo, or Neelis. Thank you for coming through. That's a new name. Thank you for hanging with us. We got my man J Paz, Miss Lena, Woo Child. I saw BG. I saw my man Jamari Mack show us some love. And I thought I saw a couple of other people. Who we got here? Black Math, PMC, hanging with me tonight. Thank you, sir. Yolanda Moore, thank you for coming through. And Disciple Die, he was here during the first show. I don't know if he's here right now, but thank you for coming through. We do this every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on Facebook.com/Computer Music Academy. If you would like to do what we do, be amongst the crazy talent pool that we have, come on over to ComputerMusicAcademy.com and join us. It is that simple. I'm done for the week. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll talk to you next time. See ya!